Hello friends, it's me, your pal Bill Savely with Savages Disc Golf, and I am out here at my local course. I'm just gonna do some field work today, just gonna throw a couple of discs, talk about a few things because today the new ratings came out. If you've been paying attention to this channel, you will know that I talk a lot about the ratings for the Professional Disc Golfers Association. And the ratings get updated every second Tuesday of the month. So today being the second Tuesday of the month, the new ratings came out and I went up 2 points. So from 827, I went up to 829 because one of my lower rated rounds dropped off. I'm guessing what happens, I don't know for sure, is after a certain amount of time, maybe it's a year, your ratings start to drop. So for me, because in the very beginning, a lot of my ratings were very low, in the mid to high 600s, sometimes in the low to mid 700s. A lot of those ratings are now starting to drop off, and I play pretty well in terms of where my rating is now, so that my average usually goes up a little bit. I didn't suspect it would go up very high at all this time, so I'll take the 2 points. 829, call it 830, we can't, it's 829. So that's where I'm at now. And remember, we're not focusing anymore so much on the ratings, we're focusing on the form, and we're focusing on being more consistent out here where it matters. So I'm just gonna riff, and I'm just gonna throw some discs. I've got my bag with me, my glow bag. This is the course where we play the glow, and I'm just gonna throw some discs. I've got the Gorgon. I keep wanting to come back to this mold because it's a 10-6 -2-1, and theoretically I should be able to cook this thing based on my skill level so far. So let's check it out. Mamba. This is one of my favorite discs for the Glow League. I throw this on hole number 1 and I throw this on hole number 7. Love it. That's why I love it. Look at that here. Baby. That's on the infield. Valkyrie, the staple. Now in my lesson, remember Ryan told me to tuck my thumb in to my left side and not try to kill it. Nose up. It's the beauty of working in the field. I should do this more often, especially in a wide open setting. You're able to see the flight of your disc, and you can better determine exactly where your problems are. This is a Roadrunner. This is one of my earliest discs. Understable. Most of these discs are understable. I just don't have the arm strength to really rip a stable disc yet. And I may never. Oh, that might be the fell of the ball. Roadrunner. Insanity, another understable disc. 9.5 -2, 1.5. Neutral. Maybe it's neutral. Let's see if we can cook this one. This was the disc that Sean wanted me to get last time I was at Delwood. I forgot I had one in the glow plastic. 9.5 -3.5, 1. This disc, I really like the 9 speed. Now I dip my shoulder. That's what happens when I get lazy and I try to kill it. I dip because I'm trying to coil down here like a golf swing. When in reality, I should stay up higher and like rip it from here. Another Valkyrie. This one's in the Halo Star plastic, so theoretically it should be a little more overstable. Still, we're gonna give this a send. Keep it up. We're down. And just rip it. Look at that thing. That's my first shot. The Boca 7-speed. Love this disc. That's grip too, but in a weird direction. Leopard 3. I think this is the last of my 7-speeds. The rest are mids and putters in there, so I don't know what to do with those just yet. But this is what I should do. This is what I should get out here and just practice more. I don't know why I'm throwing over there, but I am. You know, if I was smart, I would have counted exactly how many discs I threw, but I didn't. Because I just grabbed them, gripped them, and ripped them. Realistically, I should do this twice a week. I should just come out here to the park and just throw discs into this wide open field to see exactly where I can be and where I am. So I'm gonna give you an idea of where I'm at here. So that's where the Virus landed. Remember, this is the ball field. And then over here is the Valkyrie. Those are the discs I just picked up. The Gorgon is here. And then I just peppered lightly here, the infield on the Mamba. Remember, the Roadrunner went further. And then that Halo Valkyrie, that disc feels so good in the hands, and look at how far I threw it. I'm basically almost at the pitcher's mound. So I might tape that up and use that for my glow league because it felt so good. And look at this, off of the fence, the Boca is actually further than the Mamba. So I think I threw the Boca the furthest out of all of them. And then back here is that Leopard 3. Okay, round 1 is in the books. Essentially what I'm out here doing is I'm just trying to concentrate on my form. I'm trying not to run up too fast. I'm trying not to throw too hard. I have a tendency to want to pull from here rather than use my whole body as like a coiled spring to let it go. I'm also focusing on not releasing the disc here and releasing the disc here, basically across my chest, my chesticles. So turn the camera around, and now I'm gonna throw towards the baseball background. This will be good for me because I'm worried about throwing it too far. So this will actually help me kind of reel it in, dial it down, and really focus on going slow, because remember, slow is smooth, smooth is far. I got a little bit of a cross headwind, so this should be interesting. Throwing the Mamba again. Thumb in the pocket, staggered stance, sending it out like where I'm aiming, like where I want it to go and on what angle. And the idea is to just keep it there. Let it go. Look at that. Did not try to kill it at all. And it was a really nice flight. Gorgon. Same thing. Nope, I babied that one. Really. Lots to think about. Glow Valkyrie. Bad. Halo Star Roadrunner. Try to keep it low, shall we? Oh, the other way. It's actually a good flight. But when I throw these discs out here in the field, I'm visualizing hole number 1 and where the trees are. And just in general, keeping the disc a little bit lower because I want to have that guaranteed flight that's not going to hit any of those trees that hang down. Insanity. That's a good flight. That might be the best flight out of all. This is the Halo Star Valkyrie. Remember, this was the bomber last time. Neutral disc. A little bit of a headwind. Really starting to come in now. Let's see the flight of this disc. Fight into the headwind. Again, I think that's the farthest one so far. Virus. I'm going to keep the session short today because I don't want to overdo it. These are all really nice. I'm really happy that I did this today. Boca. How's the glare off the top of my head? Is it gorgeous? Boca, I love this disc. Look at the flight of that disc. That might be the furthest. Leopard 3 rounds out. I'm not throwing any more forehands today. So, Leopard 3. Understable into a little bit of a wind. Shouldn't be an issue. How's my form? That actually felt really good. That's it. That's the session today. What am I happy about? I'm happy that I came out here this early to just get a really quick throwing session in. And I'm absolutely ecstatic about this second series because what it did is it forced me to dial it down. The proximity of that fence and the distance really kept me at a limitation in my brain as to my physical ability or my physical tendencies to want to kill it. I've got that skinny man syndrome where it's like, oh, the other big kids are throwing really far and I'm at 220, 240 max. Gotta let that go. I gotta focus on my form. I have to focus on technique and the distance will come, as you can see. Pretty much every single one of those shots, minus one, the Gorgon was the early release and I dipped that shoulder. But the rest of them actually had a really nice flight that I'm super, super happy with and encouraged by. So this is the video. Stay the course, keep focusing. When you find out what your bad habits are, try to eliminate them. It's not gonna happen overnight because especially for me now that I've been playing almost 2 years, I have a bit of that muscle memory. So now I have to work around that. I have to retrain my body how to throw. And of course, paying attention to this video, you'll know that accident that I had in '92 was really devastating to my posture, my spine, my shoulders, everything. I don't want to say that that's limiting at all because obviously I'm out here playing, but you see what I look like on camera. You see this form. You see a lot of the times I'm slouched forward, and like my head doesn't sit back like normal people's. Mine sits forward like this in a natural position because of that injury. Firm in my belief that that's what it is. So I just have to work around that. And that's exactly what I intend to do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. 829. I got to start playing in some sanctioned leagues to bring that rating up. Let's go.